Well, good morning everyone. Well, it's morning to me anyway. I'm headed out to a permission that I got last year, 360 something acres, and there's a big large field that the owner only cuts once a year. Contacted him this past week and he told me that he's cut at least half of it, so I'm gonna go out here and see what I can find. I did find a colonial shoe buckle out here on the edge of the field, so hopefully there'll be some good finds out there. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to like and share, and enjoy the ride, and I'll see you when I get out there. Wow guys, the owner cut the entire field, and it's pretty big. It's a 10-acre field. I think 10 acre, might be a little more than that. But got my first signal down in here. There's just be a bullet. There's a lot of bullets out here. Yeah, that one's a bullet. Modern bullet. But anyway, right in this area I found a colonial buckle, and I couldn't get in these fields because they were too overgrown. It's kind of rough now, there's a lot of stubble and debris, but it's a lot better than it was. Well, you can see it's just faint, there's a brick in the ground. And back to, I didn't check the old 1800 and 1700 maps, but back to the 1918 topo map, there's never been a house in this field. So it's interesting why that brick is in this field. Well, and that hole was a different signal, I think. It's a musket ball, it sure is. Alright, a musket ball. Cool. Well, I didn't expect this to be much. I don't know, in the background you can probably hear a ton of shooting. There's actually a, yeah, over there. There's a gun club, and they're shooting like crazy today. I got something around down in there. Right there. That looks like an old button. Sure does. Now clean it up. That's an old Tom bag button. You can tell by the mixture of copper and tin, I think it was made out of. I can't remember exactly. It's old. It looks like a design on the front, but I don't think so. I think it's just been hit maybe by the plow over the years, but that's a good find. Well, deep in that hole, just a whisper of a signal. It's like a pistol ball. I was getting an iffy signal down in there, and this was probably 6 inches down. And it's a nail. It's all rusted up. And then, I mean, I don't know exactly where it came from, but there's the pinpointer. And if you look, there's like probably 2 more inches, 3 more inches above the pinpointer, and a buckle came out. It was deep down in there. Got an iron pin on it. It's like a horse neck, I guess. I'm sure the pin's gonna come off with it. I'll start messing with it. Off of it, I'll start messing with it. But that's not much you can do about it. Yep. Pretty sure that's just horse tack, but it could be quite old. So there we go, got a buckle. Well, I was digging this big old hole because I had an iffy signal, but I knew it was a decent signal, and it was a little iffy. Thought it was real deep, but it wasn't. It was right here actually. Had probably first scoop I pulled out. It's a little tiny piece of something, almost like a tiny button or a rivet or something. Not exactly sure what that is. It's tiny, but it's old, tiny and old. Well, I didn't think this field was that big, but it's pretty big. You can see how far it goes here. And it's real hard to figure out where to start and what to do, but what I did is he's got a road there and he's got a road there. I found that old buckle somewhere back in, actually it may have been further down there in that other field, but I'm not positive. Along in there somewhere, so I'm just doing between these roads up towards the front. And I know on the other side of that field by those pine trees, found some buttons in there. So there's probably, I'm sure there's stuff all over this field, but some of it seems quite deep. Alright, I'll see you at the next find. Well, down in that hole, this was giving a 49 signal, but it's because it's got iron on the back. So it's probably a early 1900s button. Probably a overalls button, jeans button, something like that. There might be a pattern on it. I'll clean it up. If there is, I'll show you in a picture. I'm not sure. See little dots on it. That might be all that's on there. Well, I keep finding pieces of this. This one was barely in the ground down there. But I think it was a big cauldron or something. And it's pretty thick. There's a mold line on it or something. So I guess it was cast. Not exactly sure then. Well, down in that hole is what's left of an old copper spoon. Luckily it had part of the handle on it so I could tell what it was. Alright, so far a couple musket balls, some lead, there's more lead in my pouch. Tomback button, that little tiny button thing, buckle, another button, spoon bowl, and a ton of trash. Already started sticking it in there, but you can see aluminum. Let me dump it out, I'll show you. Just had to come dump this. Oh no. I think there was a lot of trash out. But anyway, of course the cans of bug spray are mine. All kinds of big iron. That's why I had to come back. That's a big chunk, probably a piece of a plow. Anyway, well, all that trash and those finds so far. Alright, this was kind of a choppy signal, but I flipped the plug and I spied something around and silver. I don't know if it's a coin or a button. It might just be I think it's a flat button. Silver guilty. Right there. Let's see what we got. Yep, that's what that is. Flat button and it's still got the silver gilting on it. Alright, cool. It's nice. Shank is broken, that's a shame. That's probably how they lost it. I grabbed something in that hole. I dropped it back down in there because it looks good. I'll need to clean it up. It looks like a saddle piece or something. Oh, let me clean it up. There it is. It's got little hooks on the back of it like it went on a piece of leather. Let's see what this thing is. This might be pretty gay. Check this out. That's the front of it. It's got a little edge around it, like framing. And then this is the back. It's got all the little hooks on the back of it. That's a neat piece right there. I'll clean it up a little more and show you in a picture. Well, I think that's a pistol ball. Pretty sure. But it wasn't very deep. So, that's, I don't know. I'll clean it up a little bit. If it's anything different, I'll let you know, but I think it's a pistol ball. Got something round down in this hole. Right there. I don't know if it's a coin or a button yet. It's a button. Yep, another silver gilted button. Same size it looks like too. And that one I found was a good little ways from here. I'm on the other side of the field now. Cool. Well, deep in that hole where the looks like the soil changes, you got a musket ball. Yeah, nice one. Well, down in that hole, I'm pretty sure that's a piece of a pewter spoon. You can see where it's flaking. That's what pewter does sometimes when it's deteriorating. But you can see where the handle was on it, where it was attached to the bowl right here. Well, there's an iron buckle right there. Well, something green down there. Might be a thimble. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is a thimble. Oh yeah. It's barely smashed. Oh. Smashed up a little bit. I dropped that. Alright, there we go. Thimble. Dropped it again. Alright. On to the next one. After I take a picture, I get it to stay on this quad. Several of these burrows out here, probably a rabbit. Not positive. That one probably is. But you can see where he's been down in there and he's kind of camouflages the entrance, but you can tell he's going in and out of there. He doesn't pop out on him. Let's see what this is. Maybe a bale seal. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. See how it's coming apart on the edges? Looks like where a shank was on the back of it. It was a plain pewter button. If it was a thick one. Looks like it. Might have something on it. I'll have to be careful with that. Nah, there's nothing on it. I think that was a plain pewter button. Yeah, that's the biggest cauldron leg I've ever found. So those pieces are off this big cauldron. Thing is huge. I don't know what they used that for. Well, down in there, what's left of an old hoe. Another musket ball down in that hole. Alright, down in that hole, got a button or a rosette or something. I found these before, I'm not exactly sure. Because it doesn't have a traditional shank on the back. Don't think there's a design on there. Down in that hole, another buckle. It's a horse tack buckle again. Shoot, I had trouble finding this one. It was deep down in there. And here it is. It's like another buckle. Yep. That same type, probably horse buckle. Well, in that hole down there, a little tiny cuff button with the shank still on the back. No design on it. Alright, it's been a good day out here. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I got several good finds. Thimbles and buckles and I think a saddle shield and musket balls and buttons. So that's pretty good. I'm going to work my way over to the truck